Welcome back to another sketch and chat. I'm not sure what session this is. I've done a couple now, so anyway, let's get on with it. I am doing heads today, and that is because that is something that I feel that I need to practice again. I don't know. I think I go through these plateaus, and like I think I'm doing well, and then I'm not doing so well, and then like it's backwards and forwards like that. And I'd like to be a little bit more consistent in what I'm doing with what I'm doing. So what I will be doing today is practicing heads with some references from Pinterest. Now I don't know if I'll be able to put them on the screen or not, but I've got actual, I've been looking at some pencil drawings that other people have done just to see if there's something that I can pick up from them. And I've got my list of things that I want to keep in mind when I'm doing this. So this is just really just a practice session. Now I've got a bunch of different pencils. So I've got these, which is, I don't know, only cost a few dollars. It was those. They're not very good. And I've mixed in with these ones, which also aren't very good. And when I say not very good, I mean they don't really sort of, I don't know, they don't have much colour. They don't have much impact, I should say. I've also got, I found an old, I don't know where I got them from, but these are Derwent Studio. They're okay, not, I would say they're probably third down on my list. These ones, I've got 4 of these Lyra ones, and I actually quite like them. They're not too bad. I'd say they're number 2 in my list. And number 1, of course, is Prismacolor. But these are so pigmented, and these come out so much more vibrant than the other pencils that I don't really want to use these if I can avoid it, because they stand out too much compared to the others. Whereas with these 3 other brands, 4 really, I can mix and match. So that's what we will be doing. And I'm going to start with the head that's got a red scarf wrapped around it. So I'm just trying to figure out what would be a good colour to start with. I might actually go with this one. Let's see. Just do a little test. Yep, alright. That will do. Let me just see if I can make the colours stand out a little bit better. Alright. So what I want to practice is the large shapes. Oh, I need a mirror for my mirror check. Can I use my phone? I'll just use my phone. I can just use the black screen, or I can just take a photo, so that'll be fine. I'll just put that aside. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the one with the girl wearing a red scarf. So it's just basically a front on. I want to try and fit 2 in this page. This was the previous one, and I think I've shown that before. I wasn't really happy with it, so this is why I want to practice again. But in saying that, pencil isn't really, it's not my go-to. I don't know, it's not, I want to get more into painting, not pencils. So sometimes I wonder why I'm doing this. I just want to, because I want to put another head down here. I'm just putting a line there to say, yeah, don't go over here. Actually make it lower. So I'm trying to think of the big shapes. Dog's just taken off. She knows that I'm going to be a while. Does that? Oh yeah, that shows up. That shows up. I also adjusted my camera a little bit because I felt like I was covering what I was doing with my hand. Alright, let's just get a little bit more loose to start with, and then we can tighten it up later. At least that's my thinking. There's so much construction going on outside. I hope that doesn't come through the sound. If it does, we'll just have to put up with it. Alright. I did say big shapes. So I've got to try and remind myself. Use the shadow shapes, I guess, as well. And just slightly make those big shapes. I hope I've left enough room for everything. Gets to be a bit of a worry sometimes. I'm basically just putting in the shadows to start with. Where would the mouth be? Oh, I could probably wear my glasses. That'll allow me to see a little bit better. Yeah, that does allow me to see a little bit better. My tendency is to gravitate towards the eyes, so I'm trying to avoid that. There's a shadow underneath the nose. I keep going up there. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. So hard to discipline yourself sometimes. I don't think this is really going to look like her. That's something I have a problem with. I have a problem with getting likeness. But I'm okay with that because it adds a little bit of something different, I guess. I see that as being able to, just not copy the reference. Well, obviously I wish I could sometimes, but it's not an exact copy. All right, let's do the first mirror check. Alright, edit, and you can see it on there, and flip. So let's have a look. It's not too bad. I don't see anything glaring at me yet. That may be to come. So I'm just looking at the shape of this cheek as well as the space between the eye and the sides and the edge of the head. Of course, because this brow part's very close. It's closer on this side than it is on the other. It probably comes down to about there. So let's just fill that in. Hopefully this doesn't take me all day. And this one to about there. So there's that little dip. Get rid of this mark here. probably a little bit low. That was probably a little bit low for the jaw. Now this side. Try and get this eyebrow in. So I'm trying to leave a space between here and the top eyelid. And then it goes up like that. Alright. Pretty dicey stuff at the moment. Holding my breath. Actually, I don't know why I just don't zoom into the picture. Right, that's better. I can see what I'm doing now. I feel like I made these eyes too small. Alright, mirror check. Mirror check. Edit. So, I think this eye needs to go out a little bit more. I mean, that whole part's in shadow anyway. I think that's the problem. The whole thing's in shadow. Alright, let's keep going. I don't want to spend too much time on the first one because I still want to get the other one in as well. Okay, so the corner of the head is there. Oh, it's starting to come out. So have I done my large shapes? I think so. Triangle here. Cloth is really, really hard to do. I'll have to practice that on my own because I think that'll be too boring. That eraser's not really working. Okay. Alright then, let's pick some different colours. Should have been more prepared, but oh well. I'll try that one for the shadows, and for the skin tone. For the skin tone, might do a mix of this colour and let's see. Where's that other pink that I used? Is it this one? No, that was definitely not it. It must have been this one. I've also got this one, which is a darker shade of that. Alright, let's give that a shot. Oh, I've got this one too. So these are the colours that I'm going to try and do for the face. Now I might actually do the eyes with this one because I have to really get in there. So it's just a brown because I want to get the darkest dark parts in. Let's see if this works. This drawing is too small. Actually, no, it's not going to work. There's no way of getting around it. I just have to sharpen. Oh, wait, that's picked up the wrong pencil. Sharpen the blue one. I'll tell you what, getting a mechanical sharpener like this has been a lifesaver. Okay, almost need a magnifying glass to get down in here. Yeah, that's better. That stands out more. Try and do each eye at the same time. Oops. These pencils don't layer very well, but this is just a sketchbook, so I'm not too worried. I don't have a perfect sketchbook. I really don't. Every time I think I'm going to make a perfect sketchbook, I just do the most horrific drawing. And then I think, oh, that one's ruined now. It's ruined. Ruined it. Yeah, so the imperfect sketchbooks don't really get on. Trying not to be scratchy. I think making your pencils, well, not just pencils, but any marks, more confident is actually really difficult to do. But I think I also have to go over this a little bit because I made a mistake. I'll be honest, I made a mistake. These aren't layering hardly at all, these cheaper ones. Or maybe I'm just not doing it right, which is probably more likely. Probably more likely. Now this is all in shadow. So let's put that in. You can see they're not layering. This is stone paper too, by the way. I find stone paper seems to work better with pencils. I haven't tried. It actually works really good with charcoal as well. Yeah, see, the perfect sketchbook has already been flubbed. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's been flubbed. Alright, it's nearly 20 minutes on this one drawing, so well, I want to make sure that I do, you know, concentrate on those, because those are the things that I wanted to work on today. I also don't want to spend all day on this because I can't. Alright, well, I've still got shadow, the nose. Quite happy with that placement. I might just put that shadow together. Looks like that, what was it? The black and white comedian, Charlie Chaplin. Makes it look like she's got a mo. We'll get there, we'll get there. Now, some of my sketching takes a really long time for me to be able to work through my issues, my drawing issues. Just do a little oval here. I might just try and lightly go over some of the other shadow areas. Now this in here will be a shadow area, so we can just go to town on that. Lightly does it. Lightly does it. Whew. I do struggle, but I don't know, I also find it fun. Well, I've got to say I find it more fun when I can sit and talk at the same time. Oh, something's wrong here, so I think I need to put the chin in. Not easy trying to get the soft and hard together with pencils. It's not easy at all. Especially when you're impatient. Because I am quite impatient. I'm not proud of it, but I do get very, very fed up quite quickly, I mean, and easily. Direction of the hair. Try and do dark to light. And same here. Dark to light. Alright. Let's go with the face. Let's see if we can put some better colouring in here. Dark to light. Dark to light. And this bit down here. Didn't really leave much room for the chin, I think. But that's fine. Okay. So there's a bit of colour around the eye socket. And there's a bit up here. And definitely some through here. Go up into the cheek area. Oh gosh. Sometimes it's really hard to judge your work. Dark. Go this way to light. Do it again. Okay, this goes across like this. And we've got kind of like a forehead shape. It's very subtle. So I'm just going to put the sides of the forehead in like that. And this one is more, but I think I'll just leave it like that because I'm looking at too much detail when I need to move away from, when I need to move away from that kind of detail. So I'm just going to brighten up her cheeks a little bit because I like that. Yeah, I think I messed up the eyes. Alright, the hair, we need, oh, I don't want to introduce a new colour, so I think I'll just stick with this. Let's see what we can do. Actually, what I should be doing is just sectioning it. So that part there. That part there. And this part here. There's a little part in there. And this one, this part goes all the way down like that. And there's a few little hairs here. So now I'll go back over with the blue. Yeah, I'm ready to just about give up on this one. It's not too bad, I guess. I just don't like, I couldn't get the eyes right. It really needs to go into shadow. That needs to be in shadow. I couldn't get the values right, unfortunately. But this is why we practice. This is purely why we practice. And there's a shadow under here as well. It's got to hold the eye in. Oops. Oh, the lips. We'll use our red for that, I guess. Even up these lips a little bit because they're a little bit uneven. Alright. Put our shadow shape here. Because all of this is in shadow really. Oh, it's just so hard to layer. Okay, what do we need? So I've tried to come. We need red. We need more red because this is red. So I can just go to town on this, I think. When I was a kid, I remember, this is one of my earlier memories. When I was a kid, I don't know, they weren't really friends. They were just, you know, friends of family or something or other. I don't know who they were. They weren't strangers, but they weren't friends because they wouldn't let me use their colouring in books. This is going to get really sad. Because they said that I couldn't colour inside the lines. They wouldn't let me use their colouring in books. And that destroyed me as a little kid. Like, I'm talking toddler age. Or maybe a little bit older than that. I don't know if you can remember your toddler years. But I was devastated. I was like, I wasn't a part of the colouring in fam. And I was like, colouring books were these prestigious things that you could only do perfectly. You couldn't make them, you know, they had to be right. Because of course only they could colour in between the lines. It sounds like I've got ongoing issues, but I don't. Obviously, you know, I've taken steps to get over that kind of thing. So I hope so. Oh, get the violins out, people. I got told I couldn't colour in. And I tried really hard. I remember trying really hard, and I don't know why, but I just couldn't do it. I guess my motor skills weren't there yet. You know, I was only a little kid. I need my eraser. I'm going to go and get my pencil eraser, which happens to be right here. Oh wait, no, it's not. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I don't know. I think they were neighbourhood children. That's what it was. Because I got left, you know, to fend for myself a lot of the time, and got left with neighbours, and people. Actually, I might just use a pen. Let's finish this up. That's a shit pen. This one, it's really hard to get them here in Australia, like in store. You can order them online, but I wanted to just buy one in store because I've gone to Officeworks, which is our local, stationery office store. I've tried so many different pens, white pens, that I've given up. I've tried texters, these ones, and this one I was using, and I was using it in the way that you'll see, because you've got to get it going right. Got to get it going. And then all of a sudden it leaves a big puddle. So I would use it as a dip pen and then just go like that, because that's the only way I could use this one. I even tried cleaning them, and this one just flat out just doesn't work. Ugh. I can't stand that sound. Although the smell is kind of... yeah, okay. The smell is quite strong. Alright, so let's just put that there. Oh, it stands out, doesn't it? It really stands out. My head keeps bumping the thing. I didn't really colour in the bridge of the nose. But anyway, let's just put a few little marks to make myself feel better about not being allowed to colour in as a child. Oh, kids are cruel. Cruel. Let's put a few little highlights here and there. Whoops. Oh, can't really see them. Anyway, I think that I will call it for that one. Oh, I didn't put the nostrils in. I don't know, at this stage, they're just circles. That'll do. That will do. Ooh, oh. Oh. Should have stopped. Alright, that'll do. It's not too bad. I'll zoom out. Zoom out, you piece of shit. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's what we've got. Actually, I would like to make that a bit darker. But I can't, because I can't go over it. It's like not layering at all. Alright. Okay. But I will take a minute to go and get my actual mirror. Well, I found the mirror. Oh, one of these babies. You can see my camera. Hello. Put that aside. I'm an idiot. Oh, Christ. Okay, so I think for this next one, let's piss these off. I think for the next one, and I may put it up on the screen if I remember, I'm not going to start with the red because I think that was too... I don't know, I couldn't draw over it. So I think I actually might start with the green. And I will use one of my Derwent greens. I'll use this, what's this one? Olive green. Olive green? Yeah, I need to sharpen that sucker though, so just bear with me for a moment while I monkey this. There it goes, you can see it going in. Nice big sharp point. I have had a pencil where it's not stopped. I sharpened it down to about there and I thought, hang on a minute. This ain't working out. Alright, so I'm just having a quick look at my drawing references from the other drawings. I think they were made with a lot better quality pencils than what I've got to start with. They look like Prismacolors. They're very pigmented and mine are not. But I am not going to use that as an excuse to not draw. So I do have those Prismacolors, but I don't want to use them. because I can't mix and match them with these ones. I don't know. I guess I'm saving them for when I get better. That must be common. I'm not the only person who says that, I'm sure. I'll save the good pencils for when I'm better. Alright, let's just do the shape. The overall shape. That is annoying. I can't do anything about that now. This here is annoying me. Distracting. Alright, so we got our person here. Now we need to divide this shape up a little bit, so go doot, doot, That'll do to start with. Okay. There's an ear. Or goggles. That's a good measure. I feel like I do these really wonky. Like I feel like my heads are still melting. You know, that beginner perspective issue that we all have, or all had at some stage. For some reason, it feels like I can't get over that. I'm not sure why. I'm trying not to press too hard. Actually, can I erase these ones? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm trying not to press too hard because once that's in there, I don't seem to be able to go over it. So let's put reserve a shape for the ear. Not actually drawing the ear yet. I'm just putting the shape in that I want it to take. So it's under here. Okay. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. My stomach isn't, because I haven't eaten yet, but that's just tough luck, buddy. Okay, alright. Jesus Christ, dog, do you have to get up so? She's like a coiled spring sometimes. Alright, so let's put the rest of this in. I think the face is a little bit too wide. So we'll see about removing some width. Nose here, I would say. Alright, let's just put something in for the nose. Very cartoony. Sometimes, I'll zoom in. Sometimes what I do when I'm doing my drawings is I'll just reserve spaces for things and they become quite stylized, and I have found myself relying on that sometimes. It's like they say that you shouldn't draw using your symbols, but there is a time and place for them, I think. And I think when you're just blocking in a drawing, that it's probably it can be a good place, a good time to use those symbols in a more productive way. Got to make sure that's in the center. I'll do a mirror check in a sec once I'm done here. That goes down like that, maybe. Like that looks very cartoonish to me. You guys would probably wish that I draw straight on, but One of these days I'll figure out a better camera setup. What she was alerted to is there's people next door, like everyone's doing construction for some reason. It sounds like I live in a construction area at the moment. I can't leave my windows or doors open because it's either construction or it's kids screaming. Can't win. I can't win. And those are both noises that I don't particularly want to have on camera. I don't particularly want to record construction or children screaming. Not my children. Not my children though. All right. This needs to go. Oh, see, this isn't right. Should I worry about this just yet? Because there's really only this space between them. Just make that thicker. I mean, I get it. We had, I mean, they say we had a tornado, which I live in Queensland in Australia. We don't generally, like, I think that's the first one we've ever had, ever. I don't know. It's weird because the destruction when I drive around my neighbourhood, the destruction looked more like it was in fingers. Like fingers that spread out, they're destruction lines that just spiraled out like that, and then in between it's fine, and then you've got these fingers of destruction that have come out, and that's where all the trees have come down, and roofs and houses and all of that stuff going on. I'm not sure how to do these eyes. I think what I might do is rely on my symbols once again. This is really a lot more cartoony than I like. I'll be honest. I'm actually thinking that this might not have been a good reference. But we'll see. We'll see. I suppose what are we looking? We're looking at large shapes, which I did. Value and colour, I haven't gotten to that yet. Care with edges and pencil strokes. Well, I'm trying to, but it's difficult. It is difficult. Because I think this is all going to be red in here. Alright, so let's look at the shadows instead then. And the shadow here. So let's start putting that in. So I guess we're working into our values, and I'm trying to take care of my pencil strokes. With a shadow in here. I just realised that this is another head that's in like a full front. Put the side of the nostril in there. Okay, so I need a shadow for underneath the nose. Still looking very, very cartoony to me. Not particularly liking that style. I mean, that is a style, but it's not a style I want. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I think the style that I want to gravitate more towards is either very stylized, like not in a cartoony way like this, because I think this is a very common style, what I'm doing right now. And it's probably because I used those placeholder stylized, whatchamacallits. It's like clip art for the brain. What you think you know. Okay, so there's a shadow that kind of wraps around here. So we'll put that in very lightly. I'll go over that with the red colour as well. And we've got very subtle shading around here. So that's really, really subtle. And also around here. Try and do very light strokes. You can barely see. You can barely see. I'll have to do some research on better cameras, what cameras other people are using. But then I am drawing light. I will get the other pencils out in a second. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I had layering problems with the first one. I suppose we better do something about the ears. That'll do. And that'll do. Alright, next colour. Next colour. Do we go straight for the red? Straight for that red. I'm going to use the same red so the page has got a little bit of consistency. Decisions. Actually, let me just test how well this will layer. Because there's a... Let's just do this section and see. Alright, let's just do this side. Okay, it's layering. Alright. Need to get right in there. Trying to be careful with my pencil marks. But I'm not sure. Let's just really start getting darker. Let's rub this in. So that needs a lighter red though. I might try one of the Derwent reds. Deep vermilion? What does that look like? Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Gosh, it's really twisted. Let me just see what I can do. Oh, that might be better. That might be better. Okay. Need a real crimson. What colour is this? Yeah, that's the colour we need. That's the colour we need. Because this is really dark. It looks like I stuffed it. We'll see. We'll see. I might be able to save it. Layer upon layer upon layer. Oh gosh. Can I lighten that up? Well, I can lighten it up. Oh. Alright, well, I think I've made a mess. So let's just go and make a mess. I don't know, I think I'll have to learn, take something away from this. I'm sure there's something I need to take away from this. Well, the eyes aren't even now. Now, how would I fix that? Okay. Alright. Stop dwelling on the mistakes. It's just a page, and this is what I say about I can't seem to do a good sketchbook page. I always mess it up. Let's do the light parts first. And I'd say this is light here. Okay. Ooh, this is a totally different colour. That green still stands out underneath. Let's see if I can lay this on top. That green isn't working. Let's go with the blue. No, that blue's not going to work either. Bringing out the big guns. Might have to bring out the Prismacolors to go over. We'll see if a Derwent will go over a Derwent. Okay. I have to zoom out because it's so grainy. There. Yeah, I think the green stuffed it. I was going to go over it with blue anyway. Well, so much for my values and my pencil strokes. That green is just stands out. Like really, really stands out. And now I can feel myself getting really sketchy. I don't think I can erase that. Can I erase that? That green is like fluorescent. piss that off. I had no idea that that green was so fluorescent. The eye is really hard to see behind the glasses. That's my mistake. That is purely my mistake, because I should have drawn that in, even if I can't see it. Might have to go with a lead pencil later, or just a normal pencil, not lead pencil. Alright, let's move on to a different section, because I've had it with that one. Let's go with underneath the nose. Put that away. These staplers, or however you say it, aren't blending. Oops, should have been looking at the reference. Oh, well, lesson learned. And this is the thing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I will ever have a perfect sketchbook. I really don't. But we experiment, we do things, we make mistakes. We learn from them, hopefully. But I'll probably make the same mistake again in the future. I had no idea that green was going to come out so fluorescent. Okay, this is really dark across here, so let's darken that a little bit before we go into the other part. Because I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried because of how that green went. Not to worry though. Oh, wait, what? I don't make sense sometimes. I swear I don't make sense sometimes. So what am I doing? I'm really practicing my colour layering. I think I need to remind myself what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm practicing colouring layering. Making messes. Still can't get that to come out. It's either too much or too little. Alright, let's go with the skin colour. So the skin colour, I think, is... We're going to stick with the Derwents for now. Terracotta? How's that look? Yeah, terracotta looks alright. Terracotta, and what about brown ochre? No. Copper beech. Copper beech is my favourite for shadow, for dark areas, but I'm not actually using that today. I want a pinky brown. That's very strong. We'll see what we can do. We'll just experiment. I'll just see. So I don't need a sharp pencil. I'm just basically going over the whole thing with a colour, and then I'll lighten it back up later. What is going on out there? Anyway, let's just go and go over the whole thing. because that green is going to just stand out no matter what I do. Wait, have I got the right? Yeah, terracotta. Let's sharpen up some edges. Let's add some of this in as well. Very lightly because it's very strong. Tuck that in. I'll do this brown part here as well. We getting there? Whew. Okay, around here. Here. This pencil might actually save the day. Is it going to save the day? I've totally changed his nose shape by accident. As it happens. As it happens. I think what I need to do to help with this type of thing, with drawing references, is to practice replicating shapes, because I feel that part of my problem is that sorry, there's just so much work going out in the neighbourhood at the moment. It's very distracting. What was I saying? Yeah, I think what my problem is that I have trouble replicating shapes. For some reason. Yeah, for some reason. I just start drawing. Which is okay if that's what you want to do, because sometimes I do just want to start drawing and not have to worry about getting things right. But then I want to be able to sit down and get those things right as well. I don't want to always have to struggle. So I think that's just with practice. All right. I think the cat's out of the bag for this one though. I don't think there's much I can do. I might just go over the whole thing with this colour. Either that, or I'm just going to go and get a black texture. Oops, went over the, oh god, my childhood fears, went over the line. And just, yeah, I might actually do that. It might look good. See, look how nice these pencils come out when you use them with confidence. I've only got 4 colours in this brand because I just wanted to test them out. It sounds like someone's cutting something right outside my window. Back to the disaster that is this drawing. I don't know. I can't fix it. What can I do? If I use... Just trying to think. Oh, let me have a look. See what I've got. I do have markers, but I don't know how they will go on this book. So I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's see first. Is this going to smudge? Yes. That's fine. And I want black. I wanted black. How long did that take to dry? Oh, actually. Oh. Suddenly the possibilities have opened up. Suddenly we have more possibilities. I know I've got a different red. I just don't know where it is. Oh, that's it there. No, I don't want that one. Alrighty. Does this one work? Yes, it does. I like the other one better though. Alright, we're going into new territory here because I've stuffed it up with the pencils. So, what will I do? Well, let me put the hair in first. I'm not used to wearing brush pens, because we wear them. I mean, don't you wear yours? I'm actually going to block in this hair in a second. It's going to make a statement, that's for sure. Behind or in front? In front. That'll do. Alright. Well, it's certainly coming out now. Probably spent most, I don't know how to colour in with textures. Are you supposed to go in lines like this, or? I don't know. I've got these things, but I don't use them. Sometimes when I do lettering, which I don't do very often, but at one stage I thought I wanted to just make some nice lettering with some nice words to say, because I used to do that in my journal to give myself encouragement, but then I stopped doing it for reasons unknown. I guess it got to be too much work. Let's just do little hairy bits. Alright, now let's see how this looks. We're experimenting. Will this go over well? Or will I have to get black out? Actually, this reminds me of 3D glasses. The ones that you used to get in the cinema when they had 3D films on. I saw Jaws 3 in 3D, and I tell you, at the cinema, as a young kid, that shit was terrifying. I was amazed at how 3D it looked. At the same time, I absolutely shit myself multiple times. Oh yeah, I wanted to use the red on here. That movie should have been rated for kids older than what I was. Just go over the whole thing. no idea. I had no idea that that these, what are they, Tombow pens? Felt tip pens would go so nicely on this stone paper. I'll have to try some other stuff now. Looks like it takes a little bit to dry though. That's the only thing. Let's get this out. To do around the edges of this. Actually, I might get the darker one. No. Yes. I think the only downside is the drying time to this. Okay. I don't know if I should do anything about the face on the first one, because I feel like it's going to be really overbearing. But let's now that I've started, where the hell? Okay, these are the Kmart ones, the no brand. I can barely see that. Is that coming up at all? Well, let's just get really kid-like, I guess. Move this up so you can see. Although then I've got the glare problem. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Maybe I am too scratchy with my marks. It is something that I'm trying to get better at. Because I realise not everyone likes that really messy, scratchy look. The other Kmart one. This could be a bit dicey. Definitely darker. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking at the results. This is very different. Oh, is this... Maybe the reason why I haven't done it is because it bleeds through. A little bit, not too much. Alright. Well, that's going to take a lifetime to dry. What about layering? Let's try that with these Kmart ones. Not really doing too much. Although it seems to dry alright. Like there's not, you can't really see too much of the marks. I think I'll just leave it at that. I think that will be all for today. I'll just put the date down. I might as well use this. But yeah, interesting results. I feel like I could have done better. But, you know, perfect sketchbooks. I guess perfect sketchbooks aren't for me. My sketchbook so far is pretty out there. There are some shockers in here, like, where is it? Oh, they're not too bad. See, I was doing better back then. I didn't put the date down, so this is why you always do dates. Do dates. October last year. And I think those came out a lot better than what I'm doing now, so I don't know, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? I didn't even draw on that page, I think, because it bled through. Like, I just seem to get consecutive, or like that monstrosity. I even wrote here, tear me out. Like, seriously, what the hell? That's just... Anyway. And then it just seemed to get worse. I don't know. Maybe colour pencil isn't the thing for me. I mean, yeah, because I'm going to blame it on the colour pencils. That's the reason why it's crap. And then we come to this page. So it's like a reverse sketchbook, isn't it? But I'll keep practicing. I'll keep practicing. I'll keep trying to analyse and see what it is that I'm missing. Because clearly there is something that I'm missing. And yeah, all I can do is just keep trying. But this is just proof that, you know, when you're learning, sometimes your drawing is still really hit and miss. And I felt like for the past little while that I have actually been going backwards in how my drawings look. And I don't know why. I'm wondering I'm wondering if it's because I've been doing too many. I've been doing my morning sketches, but I've been only doing my morning sketches. I haven't actually been doing much of anything else. And I wonder if just doing the 5-minute really rough sketches has trained me to keep doing that with my sketching instead of spending more time and doing something with a little bit more care and precision. And I think that's what's missing. So just, you know, the morning sketches are really great, and I'm not going to give them up because that's the time when I can be like that. Has that dried yet? Not quite yet. But I need to balance it out with some other types of drawing and painting. So that's definitely, I actually think that when I think about it, I think that's what the issue is, because I've been doing too much of one thing and not enough of some of the other things. So that's why sometimes when I don't record my morning sketches, I actually do spend a little bit more time. If I grab my book, like the ones that I did today, I'll just move the camera up out of the way a little bit. The ones I did today, I spent a little bit more time on, and even still, I think some of them are quite beginner level. Like most of them. The only one that I like out of this one is this one down here, and I don't remember how much time I spent on that. But I think that I'm going to blame it on not putting enough variety, not doing enough variety. So I spent more time doing these dogs because I wanted them to come out right. I didn't actually time myself at all. This is Haru, this is my dog. And the same with the cats on here, because this is the one that I recorded, and they were mostly around 5 minutes each. And these were the cats, and you can see I've written down how long I spent on each one. So most of them were around 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I think I got better results from spending a little bit more time. And this one was 15 minutes. So I think what I need to do is not just do quick sketches. It just goes to show that you really need to look at it in a bigger scope with a wider lens, I guess. Like these were 8 minutes each. Just to just to practice doing those longer ones. These are from, this is from 2015, these ones. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was a 2015 sketch. I'd like to think I've improved from that. But yeah, definitely not too many morning sketches. I don't want to say that because they've got a purpose, but I've just been relying on them too much. And I will promise you that it's not animals and fantasy. This is just mixed bag, by the way. I thought this, you know, you get a sketchbook, you think, I'm just going to do one thing in it. Well, I started, and then I think the last of 2015 was here. Yeah. And that was it. And then I tried oil pastels with mixed results. But yeah, these were just me practicing abstractions, and yeah, I quite like doing the abstractions. But I need to be spending, yeah, I definitely need to be spending more time sitting down doing longer sketches, is basically what I'm trying to say. So I will try and cut this video up a little bit. But these are the results. I'll just, so you can see it's still drying. I'll probably leave it out for the rest of the day to dry because I can see that it's still wet. This sketch and chat, I guess, was maybe a little bit too long. I'll have to try and cut it down, but I enjoy doing them because I'm finding that I'm being able to sit down and draw and do something other than just my morning sketches, and talking at the same time just makes it more fun. I don't know, I just get to chat, even though no one's chatting back. I guess I'm just like a little budgie that likes to sit in a cage and just chip, 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 chip away. Alright, I'll catch you next time when I figure out what the next thing is that I'm going to practice. Keep drawing, everyone.